that you proud of me. I turn my back, you laughing.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. With the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, Incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh
Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New Orleans Saints. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Ready! 60 Pittsburgh! Check! Pilot, 64, weak!
Check, nickel! Check!
First carry for James Conner. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Set! 60 oars!
Me and you all day. I'm coming out.
Give me two-jet bombers! Kill! Undercrush! Let's go!
On second down, Conner looking for space. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down at about the length of the football.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and inches.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for him with Conner. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw. Hey, Sam off.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They fake the handoff, now Locke. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Looked like man coverage, able to read it there on the outside for the completion. That'll be something to track as the game goes along here.
It certainly will, and there's so many different ways that they will try to figure out whether they're in man or zone. Sometimes you'll run a guy in motion to see if someone runs with him. Other times you'll empty out the backfield, spread it out, and see if everyone comes out and matches up. In any event, anytime you see man coverage, you tell your guys you got to win those matchups, because if you do, you'll get the football and probably for a nice game.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there. Here's a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Protein spill.
Watch twits.
Out. Hey, foxtrot. Get it.
Block off of play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15.
Hey, wahoo! Fight.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Well, the pressure gets to him again. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Tight end's right. Everyone's got 4 down.
Smoke. Shoot.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this will remain a scoreless game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
one. Matchbox lights. Hit it.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
You got squeeze. You got time right there.
Looking to throw on second down. Benedict stepping up. He's going to keep it. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
80 weapon. Buzz. Ready?
From the gun on third down. Benedict. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? Third and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on third and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on fourth.
Topper! Kill! Look at me! Go!
They'll run for it with Connor. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Saints will have the football back. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
James Conner on the carry. The tackle made by Brandon Graham.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We're scoreless after one.
Set, ready? 10 logo. 55.
So don't say nothing.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Let's pick it up.
Let's go.
Throwing on second and 14. Lock. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. On play action, Lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Benedict, he'll get that one complete to Connor. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
6-6, pull it high. Slow. No. Check 43.
On 2nd down now, it's Connor, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Slam. He's coming. 22-jet bomber.
Watch the twist.
Back.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. They're going to run. Here's Connor, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Ready to break.
Mike's 50. Here we go. We got double tight. 3 down. Kill.
A first down carry by Elliott. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the General West.
Switch.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
50's the mark. Watch the curl.
Go.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, About 2 out of 3, and this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of legs.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready? 15, Lonnie. 15 now.
Operating from the gun, Benedict. That's complete to his running back, Connor. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand in first place in their division, looking good. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board first here tonight. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Give me some. Give me some.
2nd and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
On the ready.
I got you. I got you.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Benedict. Got an open man. It's Washington. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. The final shot before break. Benedict going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is going to be incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
But you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Tight end right. Hey, 4 down.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Looking long for Thomas. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Don't be scared of it.
Play action. Now it's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty.
4 down. Check. Lucky.
Topper.
A give running right is counter. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Right back to Connor here on 1st. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. This is Connor running right, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 15-yard line.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
We gotta get to the ball, team. We gotta get to the ball. Let's get moving. Watch twist.
You draw Corker.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
To throw on 2nd down. Benedict. Got his man. It's caught. for a Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his second touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Check. 55's Mike, guys, 55. Here we go. Mike 55. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Locked to throw on second down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Off the play fake. Lock. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Hey, Haywood. Mike's 50. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. 50's the money.
To throw on third down. Lock. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, first and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Brings up second and 9.
Let's go. 50. Play. 55. Mike. Watch the run. Right. Snap.
Looking to throw on second down. Benedict. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
22 jet bombers. Hey, let's get there. Get it.
From the gun on third down. Benedict. Open man. Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Get ready! 18 Gator.
QB's trash. Let's go.
Throwing on first down, Benedict. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Switch. General West. Shoot.
From the gun, a give to counter. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 42 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, Benedict. Flushed out right. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Let's go. Let's go.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Elliott on first down, going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Bang, 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 bang.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's get it.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10.
Watch the slant. Mike's 50.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. It's a big play there for the Saints. 44 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Slam. Check 24.
Let's go.
Here's Elliott. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Protein spill. Hey, Delta.
Mike's empty.
On 2nd and 7. Lock. This will be caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready?
Mike 50. All day, baby. All day.
They'll try again with Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott, and he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. They'll run it with Elliott, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Ezekiel Elliott hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Dancing, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
On 2nd down, it's Connor. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14.
And it's 3rd down.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Off Play action. Benedict. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Brianne Bonnie Calhoun. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
We go! 30 base. Bam! Bam!
A first down carry for Smith. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a first down in field goal range already. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And an alley to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Important extra point up and through, and the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a second down. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. On 4th down, Benedict. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
First down, Steelers.
Ready, ready. 50, plant. Rock it. Ready, ready.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just
Look at me. Zipper.
44 is mine. 44 is mine. Check.
He's back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's it. Beats it.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell.
Intercepted. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Drew Lock taken down in the end zone. 2 points for the defense. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about